Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Oh, you're having an amazing day today. Oh, I've gone into an accent. Okay, let's start that again. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today we are looking at some more vehicles from the latest DLC update, trying to get through just the original vehicles that are added at the start of this update. We haven't even scratched the surface of what has been added. There are so many more cars and vehicles to be checking out in the coming weeks, I suppose, especially as Christmas is coming up very soon. It'll also be interesting to know, seems we're on the topic of Christmas, leave a comment in the comment section below what you are hoping to get for Christmas. It would just be nice to hear from you guys and see what sort of stuff interests you and what you really want for Christmas. I mean, I'm not Santa, I'm not going to buy anything for you, but it's just interesting to see what you guys are into. So, today, you might notice we are in the interior of something rather special. You might also notice it's the interior of something very Porsche. You might also notice from the steering wheel that it says Comet on it, and I know that the police are going to be after me when I do this, but do you know what? I need them out my way. I don't have time to wait for people to walk through a... Mind you, I did walk through a pedestrian area, didn't I? That was probably stupid of me. So you might notice that it does say Comet on the steering wheel, and that is because I am driving a rather special new style Comet. There's actually two styles. One of them is currently secret and unreleased. I'll be checking that out in a video very soon, but for now, we have this. This is absolutely fantastic. This is the Fiesta Comet Safari. And what this makes me think of is like classic Cannonball Run. If this was just a little lower and these wheels, tyres were just a little smaller, this would be very much perfect for like a 70s, 80s Cannonball Run style Porsche. And I absolutely love it. I am in love with this thing, and apparently there's a lot of stuff we can do to this. So that means that this is going to be a pretty action-packed video full of modifying. I don't know how many versions of this we're going to do because I don't know how much modifying there is. I mean, we could spend ages just on one car. But we'll have to see. Before we do, though, there are going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. And also, of course, Instagram _Figureight. Links for that in the description below as well. So as you guys may have noticed, I am in single player, and as you guys probably know from my videos, me talking about the fact that this can have smaller wheels, bigger wheels, whatever, shouldn't be a big of a problem, because you can just say, Lex, just open up VStancer and do it. Well, as of recording this video, Script Hook 5 has not been updated, which means we have no VStancer, we have no menus mod, and it means we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way on going into Los Santos Customs and tuning it as such. So we can't do a full comprehensive build using mods. We'll definitely have to come back to that later in another video, but for now, let's just modify this as if we were in online mode. And here she is. So first of all, we should probably repair it so you can see what it looks like in its clean form. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. And I can see we've got 20 categories. We've got a lot to go through here. Bumpers, chassis, engine, exhaust, fenders, headlight, covers, hood. What do we got? Roof, skirt, spoiler. Wow, okay. Got a lot to do. So, let's go for some race brakes to start. Then we have bumpers, front bumpers. We have a choice of 19. These seems to just be just various ball bars though, as it seems, with just some different colour options. So we have ball bar number 1 in primary and secondary. Ball bar number 2 in primary and secondary. Ball bar number 3. Oh, it actually gets rid of the whole bumper. That's getting full rally, Paris-Dakar. And I have just noticed, which I hadn't noticed before, but these lights do have a glass dome over them. You can see, I might actually just zoom in on the video so you can see that, but there is a glass dome over those lights. I've never noticed that before. Did the other Comets have that? Have I seriously never noticed that before? Okay, right, let's move on. So we have ball bar 3, primary, secondary, bumperless version of course. Then we have another bumperless one. This is ball bar number 4, primary, secondary, ball bar number 5, primary, secondary, ball bar number 6, primary, secondary, and also that's got some bars going on underneath there. That's a whole lot going on for most of these. Hadn't noticed that. Yeah, 5 and 6 also have some bars going on in the wheel arches. Exciting stuff. I mean, I don't know. I was going to go for a Cannonball Run style one, which means I wasn't going to go for the bumperless ones. It was going to be something a bit more like that, a bit more road rally-esque. So, I don't know. I mean, it looks fancy and amazing in stock form. I think I might go for this one in the primary colour. I think that's what I'm going to go for. There we go. Might change the secondary later on. I don't know, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing primary and secondary just yet, so we'll leave that for now. And then my second build I'm going to do is like the proper off-road rally style. On the rear bumpers, we just have that in stock, primary, and secondary. So I guess as I've gone for primary on the front, I'm going to go for primary on the rear. Then on the chassis, we have stock. This is actually just going to be a bunch of cages that we can't see in full detail because I can't really look into the interior there, but we should be able to see. So we've got the street half cage at the rear. Then we have the dash Dodger cage, which is the fuller cage. Then we have the padded dash Dodger. We have the full roll cage. And then we have the padded full roll cage. Now, as this is supposed to be some sort of street rally one, I'm not going to go full. I think maybe the street half cage is about as far as I'm prepared to go for a street build. So, we'll just go for that. Then the engine, level 4. Oh, did that change? I swear that changed the sound then. That could just be me. I think it's just me going crazy. Then on the exhausts, we have a huge selection. Good God. We have the stock. We have the titanium tip. We have... I wish we could actually... Oh, I can rivet. Is this a new function? Because I remember you guys telling me this before, and I could never rivet. But now apparently I can. Right, so we can see what they look like. Oh, that looks really cool. I didn't realise we could do that now. Now I'm just going to be doing that all the time now I've discovered this. So we have the titanium. We have the carbon. We have the aluminium. I'm still not a fan of that aluminium tip. It's just a bit too bright, really. Then we have the titanium large. Then we have the carbon large, the aluminium large, which the aluminium large, it looks like a tin of baked beans strapped to the back. Yeah, completely wrong colour. Not sure what Rockstar were thinking there. Then we have the titanium tip small, which looks like some sort of like bike can. Then we have the carbon, the aluminium, and we also have titanium angled going out the side. We've got some nice choices here in some different colourways. And then we also have the double titanium and carbon and aluminium to finish. So, I quite like the look of that. I mean, that's a pretty raw look for a street build. I don't know if maybe going for something like the angled or like the small bike cans are going to make it look a bit better. All I know is that the emitting particles part of the small exhaust is a bit too set back. I can see that the smoke is coming out of the main canister and not the tip. You guys might notice with that one. Yeah, that's a bit off. So I might go for the carbon angled on that one. There we go. Then onto the fenders. We have the stock. We have the stock with mud flaps. Then we have... Ooh... Okay, now this is where we're going to have to come back with V-Stancer because we can't draw these wheels out. We can't poke them to be flush. Mind you, it is a rally car, so at least I'd want the widened wheels. I mean, yeah, that's going to look a bit odd with these wheels, but there we go. So we have the climate, and then we have it with the mud flaps. I might leave that for the second build and make this more a street build. So I'm just going to go for the mud flaps on the stock. Headlight covers, we have the non, we have just that, which also gets rid of the whole glass dome and just adds the black. We also have that in primary and secondary. I'm going to go for that in, I think, primary. I'm not sure if secondary is going to work. Maybe just the headlight covers. I'm just going to go for the headlight covers, but I do know we've got some liveries coming up, I think. Yes, I'm actually just going to keep that in its stock colour for now, just in case we have some liveries that go over that cover. Then onto the hood, we have the stock. We have the large grille hood. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a nice, beautiful one with the classic grille on the front there. Then we also have the secondary colour and the carbon version. Then we have the street hood. In those different versions, we have the ducted hood in those different versions. We have the utility hood. Now that will be good for the next one, for the proper rally build. But as this is supposed to be a street build, I guess we're either going to go for the ducted hood, because I feel like that looks very, like they haven't styled it at all. This one's very styled, like a sort of premium version of the Porsche. This one looks like they've added some parts and cut some holes to vent some stuff. So that looks more raw. So I'm going to go for that in primary. Then onto the lights. I mean, we can't really see the lights, so that's fine. Liveries. We have an option. We have 31 options. Okay, this is good. We have none. We have a full rusty look. Oh my god. Okay. Then we have the Fister Black with all the decals and stuff. Definitely doesn't fit the whole, because these this seems like a modified version, which means you probably would have moved on from like the dealer stickers. This probably you'd want a bit more of the racing liveries, but we've got some nice rusted out ones. We've got the old Stronzo there. We've got the Globe Oil. This is a bit more racer, a bit more classic style. We've got the Pissfasser one. A bit annoyed about those things on the, those bits on the bonnet are just sort of breaking away from the liveries there, especially that one cutting through on the 71. Not too sure on that. Oh well, we can change it later. Then we have the Pissfasser one right there. Then we have the Fukaru. Yeah, not really. Oh, it does have, again, this is what I was on about. This has the Fs on the headlight covers, so yeah, it was probably a good idea me keeping that with the painted one. Pretty interesting. And this one does actually have the Pissfasser. I didn't notice that with the other ones. And then we have the Redwood Rally version. Then we have the Pissfasser Rusty version. Then we have the Redwood Rusty version. The basic camo. The Zancudo camo, which would definitely look better with some better colours. The 3-colour outline. These seem to just be most of the old style army ones that they've added in previous DLCs. Going through all of these ones. Yep, all exactly the same as what we've seen before. We also have some knuckle dusters, which makes it look some sort of like weird Gucci look. But it says like Rockstar. I mean, no, I'm not a fan of that. Then we have the conveyor. These are very out there. I mean, this is a very old car. It makes me feel like the style should be old. These are very modern. But we also have some stars. Tartan. Is this based on something? I mean, Rockstar don't normally add these random ones in without some sort of rhyme or reason. Is there some sort of famous Tartan Porsche rally car that I don't know about? Anyway, very weird. We have Galaxy. These are strange, these livery choices. Then we have the trees camo. What are these? The candy cane. I mean, it's Christmas. But what are you thinking, Rockstar? The snow. These are very weird. Deck the halls. I don't know why these are Christmas themed. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go for I'm going to make this quite nice, quite neat, quite classic. I did say I was going to go for a Gumball version, which means that Globe Oil, with these nice classic numbers, is the winner for me. But I'm just a bit unsure about that bonnet, so I'm going to have to go back and change that to perhaps one that has the venting a bit lower. There we go, something like that. Just the normal straight hood. That looks a little bit better. Or maybe even that, actually, the normal one. Yes, that one with the grill. So it's not the standard, but it has that grill. That's nice. And also we can see the Globe Oil badge down the bottom a bit better as well. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So we'll leave the respray till last. Next up, we have roof. We have stock roof. We have the lights on the roof. We have the lights and the rack. We have the spare wheel. I think this might be the winner. We have spare wheel number 2. Ooh, okay. That one's in a better position. We also have the pack rack for just some extra stuff, some gym bags or whatever up there. And then we have the road trip, which is the combination of all of them, and that is the winner. That has got to be the winner. Although, definitely, I feel like I'd be doing the same for the Paris-Dakar Safari one next. Oh, mind you, I'll go for the lights in the rack one. So, yeah, mind you, this is lights and rack, just with more stuff. Oh my god, I can't decide, because I really want that for this one, but it also works really well for the next build as well. So maybe I'll keep it a bit simple, and I'll just go for the spare wheel on the rear window. I'm going to do that. Okay, let's just do that. Then on the skirts, we have the options of... Oh, these are more than racing skirts. These are actual full bars sticking out the side. So we've got these. Then we've got them in primary and secondary. And then we have these bars down the bottom in black, primary and secondary. I mean, I don't know what their use is. They look cool, but it's not very street friendly. So I'm actually just going to keep that stock for this build. Then on the spoilers, we have the black spoiler, the primary or the secondary. I don't think it suits it at all. We're going to go for none. Transmission, race transmission, turbo tuning. Then it says wheels, windows and paint. So I'm going to go for wheels, and as we've got this wheel here in that colour, I figured we should probably just get the wheels to match. I mean, that wheel actually looks slightly different. That hub bit looks a little different. Maybe it's just the colour. Oh no, we can't change the stock wheel, can we? This isn't menus mod. I'm not used to these sort of constraints. Right, let's see what sort of wheels. I mean, anything off-road is going to look great, but no, we're going to have to keep these standard in gold, I guess. which means we're going to have to try and find a colour to match. Oh, that shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we could just probably go for something quite neutral, and it would still look fine with the gold wheels. Maybe something like a blue. How's the blues look in this? Oh, see now. Something like that is definitely an old Porsche colour to me. That is a colour I think of. And maybe one of these ones are good. I think we might actually have to go for that. Surf blue looks great. But we definitely... I have a feeling that this red is tied to the livery and not the secondary, which is where my problems are going to be. And yes. So we're going to have to find a colour that matches the red, because that is not matching perfectly, in my opinion. And I've gone through all the colours, and to be honest, nothing matches. So I might go for something like frost white. It's just, I really hate that. Actually, the cream doesn't look too bad, but it's not really a Cannibal Run car colour. Oh no, I'm terrible at colour choices. Stone silver. Stone silver will work, and then secondary colour is actually just going to be that bit at the top. So I'm going to go for secondary matte and just make that like a matte black roof. Or is that too modern? I think that's too modern. Classic. Let's just go for black steel across the whole thing. Or what was it? Was it rolled steel? What was it I just chose? Oh, stone silver is what we had. So let's go for that one again. And stone silver to match. That's not too bad. I mean, definitely we can have some better colour choices with that. The livery, but I wanted to have that classic style livery. And that one is done. And just in time for night, I'm curious to see if these lights on the front actually work. So let's see. Oh, they do. Oh, and these are also super bright, so there must be more cars that had that than previous. Well, there we go. And just having just those lights does look cool. Having the whole, like, plugged up headlights thing. Man, this is actually really quick as well. I love this, and the interior just looks beautiful as well with all these switches going on. So there it is. That's definitely, I mean, if I was to make this into a true Cannibal Run car, I'd make the wheels a little smaller, a little bit wider. But yeah, there we go. So let's now move on then to the off-road version, the actual full rally version, and not just a road rally. Okay, and I've just spawned this one in with some very interesting colour options. It's got this flip, sort of like orangey, goldy, brown thing, and then it's just got white gloss everywhere else. Oh man, I tell you what, now that I look back, that car is beautiful. It is a nice build. But let's now move on to the next one. I'm going to speed through this. I'm just going to go for a full time lapse, just like with all the others. And let's see if we can make a nice off-road build. And here we are with the second build. I'm a bit unsure of my colour choices, but I'll give you my rationale behind this. Seems it's Christmas, I thought I'd go for a winter camo build. The thing is, it doesn't look right. I tried to go for like some bluey greys, but I just couldn't get it right. I guess the bit that, I mean, the rest of the style of this is pretty tight, pretty much, pretty much solid. It's just this colour and livery combination that I'm really struggling with. But I mean, any of these would probably look really nice as the winter camo. I mean, even if we went for like a normal colour, maybe a blue. Maybe just more, instead of bluey greys, actually just a blue. Actually, but I think we've definitely been doing too many of these blue builds. So I'm actually just going to quickly revise this and change the livery and the paint. Okay, right, here is the second style paint thing. Basically, I've just gone for the matte beige, sort of matte cream, and then I've gone for the matte green on the secondary, and then we've gone for the 90s sandbox, and it sort of ties it all in together. And there it is, as a proper military style off-roading vehicle. I mean, this is definitely one of those cars that we need to go and check back once we have V-Starts ready. Because I want wider wheels, I want perhaps a bit slightly bigger wheels, maybe more of a drop, maybe more height. I'm not sure what we'd manage to get with V-Stancer, but I'm very curious to see how it would look. But it's definitely lacking something with these tiny little wheels right here. Oh man, right, I'm going to do one more build that actually I don't know what the theme's going to be. I'm just going to go crazy and see what happens. So let's give it a go. Okay, and here we are with the finished build, and I really just didn't know what I was going to be doing in this one. I definitely went a bit Rambo with this. Again, it would have been really nice to have some different selections of wheels, but I've gone for just some black wheels, just some random off-roading ones. I've gone for the rusty look with this rusty livery, and I've gone for like matte foliage dark green, just to make this just look like a sort of old, ratted out, just an old race car that's been left, somewhere and forgotten about, and they've just sort of just rebuilt it on the same chassis and made all that bit good, and then left the rest to still look as tatty as it was before. It's definitely a weird look. Yeah, I really, really want to play with this car with V-Stancer, but sadly we can't do that yet because I do not have it updated. Maybe by the time this video comes out it would have updated and you guys will be commenting, Lex, it's already out, what are you doing? But of course I am filming this video way before probably that update comes out. But that's going to be it. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section below which one was your favourite build. Maybe you didn't like any of them, maybe you like all of them, some of them. You can let me know all that sort of stuff in the comment section below. And as I asked at the start of this video, it'd be nice to hear from you what sort of Christmas presents you have asked for Christmas. I'm just curious to see what sort of stuff you guys are asking for this year. Maybe there's like going to be a common theme. Maybe there's something that all of you guys just really want for some reason. I don't know. I'm not really in touch with what the kids want these days, so just curious. So there we go. That's it. Another dark ending. Really cannot wait until we control the weather. I'm going to continue moaning about that until mods work again. I love single player. Well, there we go, guys. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.